Hello, patience, tubers. Patient. You're going to be patient. I'm going to be patient. We're all patient. And welcome back to Let's Play Lobotomy Corporation. Day 28.3, I guess. We can do this day. It's not that hard. We know how to handle censored. We've got a mostly 100% success rate as long as I'm not dumb. We know how to handle the bird. We know how to suppress Red Riding Hood. We can do our mission to do 5 suppressions on something like this. It's not that bad. The newbies can do a little bit of practice up here. It should be fine. We're going to get our new armor and maybe the new sword, and then we'll be happy. But, yeah, patience. We can't rush. You have to pause the game and look at things before you click. Pause is your friend. So, we already did the research. We know to use insight on censored when you're at full sanity, not less than full sanity. On the bird over here, we're just continually trying to farm some points. Easy. A little patience to prevent the patience. I mean, it's funny, but no one survives. No one's injured. Everyone's sent to the morgue, so I don't know. It doesn't quite work. So, like I said, I'm gonna be a little bit slower or methodical, whatever words. We're gonna too many syllables. Streaming for too long. A little bit slower, though. That's the plan. The main thing here early on is to grind a little bit extra so we get some progress on these two. Probably, I'm thinking 3 each per cycle. That's 0, 4, negative 8%, 0, negative 6, negative 12%. And I think that'll be safe and pretty efficient for gathering energy and research. So remember, don't send Robert back in until he heals. It doesn't take very long, but you don't want to send him in at not max. Okay, one more bird. Censored bird, censored bird, censored bird. And then this, we will start the procedure for this guy with the rest of our spare time. Which means we can probably send more people in here. We're going to do 2 escapes on this guy, and then on the 3rd one, it's when it gets crazy. So the first 2, safe enough. We're not going to send Robert in a 3rd time over there. I don't trust it. To be honest, we can probably work the bird a little bit more, though. It's only a watt here. You can work it a little bit longer. The Alephs, or Alephs, whatever you prefer, they are definitely more of a gamble to keep pushing your luck. So we're getting a pretty big group set up in here. We don't need that many strong employees, but it'll be, you know, just to make sure this guy dies quick when we gets out, which is right about now. Guess you can't target him while he's in his room. That'd be pretty cool, though. Alright. Super loud, buzzsaw. Bam, no problem. Okay, we're going to do 2 more works on him before we reset the cycle. We're not going to push our luck on those things any further. Although this was enough to get us... I wonder if I should... Yeah, this armor's pretty awesome. I was going to say maybe I should go for the weapon first, but nah, that armor is friggin' awesome. Alright, so we'll let him escape one more time. 1, 2, suppress him. Trigger the first meltdown, which should be fairly easy. And then we'll go back to the grind for the censored and bird of judgment? Judgment bird. I think if we were to read the stories, which we're going to do one day, it's the tall bird. Tall bird. I do have approximately 4 stories I need to read now. Alright, so Hades and Grotham just training up their justice a little bit while we break this guy out. One of the plus sides for doing the training on the Sure gets loud, some of those sound effects. The training on the A-lifts is you definitely get your energy quicker early on because they're much more generous with their payouts than a Teth or a Zayn. Not counting that Zayn. Alright, let's do our meltdown. Cue it up. So our newbie does get to do something once in a while. Cole. He always triggers things with the bird. Might not get a lot of action downstairs, but it's all good. There we go. Couldn't see it. Daubry, and okay, this guy's no problem. Alright, so those two, no big deal. He won't break free, but that actually is nice because it drops his counter, which makes it a little bit easier to get his next breakout. Robert can go back to working on Censored, and I will go back to working on the Tall Bird. We don't want to trigger that next one, though. We want to be ready for that, because as soon as we work this guy again, although he'll escape, the problem will be Little Red. And we can handle her. We just need a little bit of micro, maybe don't send the wrong person into her room kind of thing. We need all of our A-team ready to go. Robert's doing a great job down here. I probably should have clicked these things a little earlier, but it's fine. You are just censoring it all up, my friend. Should review the footage. In case you're new to the stream, Censored is, well, I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to be. I assume it's some kind of xenomorph that impregnates people that it kills and makes little babies, and that's what my imagination thinks. It sort of walks around looking kind of like a horse, sorta, but definitely not a horse. And definitely is not as nice. We can do one more pretty safe here, once he's healed. Always make sure he's fully healed. The lesson of the day. Trial by fire, basically. It's a censored... Yeah, of course, it's made of censored, yeah. Alright, so once this is done, I think we'll switch over to quest time. Totally fine. Yeah, that's actually getting really good results. Alright, so we've got a full research, which means we can start saving up for the weapon, which is nice. So we're going to send Robert, these two to the preparation for suppression with Little Red. We're going to also send people that don't have the frost armor on. So 0.8 red, 0.4 red, 0.8... No, we're going to skip that one. Those two only. Rotham and Thorinum, you're on Little Red mode just because I know you'll survive. These guys take a little bit too much red damage, so they are off limits. But everybody else can B-team it up in here. The Mothman shouldn't be too bad, but we want to make sure we're safe. And, I don't know who's got the best red protection at this second. It's clearly me, so I will do the luring, because I should take the least amount of damage. And hang on, here we go. All aboard. This will count as number 3 for our suppression total. Unfortunately, it's kind of annoying, but suppressing red doesn't even count towards the quest. It's too strong. Alright, these guys are good. Slow it down a little bit here. There you go. She sees me. I'm already on my way in. We're going to use some red bullets here once she makes it into the regenerator. Because apparently it's got a pretty nice little area of effect. That hit some of them. And we're just going to double check on the Mothman. Looks like they've already dealt with them. So that was no problem. Standard Mothman reaction. More important to keep our eye on this one. She certainly does a lot of damage if you give her a chance. That's the truth. I think in a regenerator with Aleph equipment and maybe good Wa is enough, but it's certainly a tough abnormality. Yeah, I don't think that was too risky. Like, this is a pretty good team for countering her, but yeah. So at least 5 janitors died. We'll fix that number in a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. This thing's supposed to be dead. Thought I told you guys to suppress it. Great. Great. So the B team may have failed us a little bit there. Well, less than 10 janitors died, so I mean, that's okay. Suppressing it reset the army in black. And, we should be good now. 2 more times. Just speed this up. And then we just need to get through our day without doing anything stupid. I would like to do a little bit of stat training. It's kind of been a while, and we're starting to get some new employees, but... You know, quests come first. At least the music calmed down. Okay, this time your job is to kill Mothman before he kills janitors, because I don't want to have to worry about this thing as well today. I'd prefer to be able to leave the mountain alone. There, that's better. Don't even let us do its special attack. Alright, that's 4, 1 more time. Funny how this quest has proven to be so difficult when it's supposed to be pretty easy, because normally you can just suppress, I don't know, all these easy things up here that aren't even that threatening. Same thing 5 times, wouldn't even be hard. A Teth or a Zayn, nothing to worry about. But that's kind of the name of the game. It all depends on the combinations you get. Bad combos ruin runs. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. So let's send everybody home. We got to prepare for a Purple Dawn now. The purples aren't so bad, but we're a little bit short-staffed, so makes it not quite so easy. I think optimally I do want to get the sword before the end of the day, so that next day we've got another person with full-on equipment, full-on A-lift here. It'll definitely help, well, with various ordeals and all that. So there's a slight risk that the Purple Dawn, the Violet Dawn, will be able to cause some facility damage by like lowering the counters on some of these units. I'm hopeful we've got enough to push them off if they try to... Like, we'll have to pick our targets carefully, but... There's not too many things that can break out that will kill us instantly, at least. So let's see what we get. We're letting Cole set it off. Alright, so we definitely do not want them freeing the wolf, so that's high priority. Nothing up here can really be broken free, but we'll still deal with it. Where are my employees that are supposed to be over there? That's great. This is a great place for you two to be hanging out. Okay. Well, these guys are closer, so you're gonna head this way. You're gonna kill that one super fast, and then you're gonna kill that one, alright? I thought I had everyone in the right spot, and apparently I didn't click this button. I don't know who's gonna get here first, but it's a race. Yeah, you guys with the high level equipment, that wah weapon, that was like Little Red Riding Hood's weapon, just tears these things apart. So the lower teams are definitely pretty speedy. John will be fine. Got that one. Take him out. Looks like the no-names, the newbies, are dealing with this thing. Oh, I should keep an eye on the janitor deaths, too, because that's potentially a problem. Yeah. Not yet, though, but... because the Purple Dawn can still kill some people. Alright, nothing happened in this corner. Please stay here if you belong here. And we got one left. And it's basically dead. Honestly, the janitors pretty much killed this one. That's how weak those things are. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, let's get everyone back to their bases. We're probably about 10 janitors away from a exciting mountain. Luckily, I can be more patient now because nothing, we had no meltdown here. So we don't have to worry about, you know, rushing out. So I can keep sort of working on my my equipment upgrades. Gotta get the newbies a little bit of practice up here. I do feel bad when the new recruits don't get a lot of exercise. It's gonna take a little while to get that cool new weapon. I still think I can get the sword today. I didn't even send anyone to the Night of Despair today. Well, Grotham, you've got pretty awesome stats, so you don't have to worry about that one. You can take the rest of the day off. We'll send you in one more time. This is going to be the longest grind of our current equipment, so the more we can milk out of it today, the better. And we should be able to get the Justicia today. Alright, so level 4 emergency, or whatever they're going to call it. I should be able to handle it. Hopefully the melting love doesn't get triggered, because that's probably the most problematic one we can get. Also, I suppose nowadays we know we should wait until he is all healed up, because if this one melts down, we want to be ready to go rather than, you know, having to watch the timer for a minute. So we should be okay. We'll send Cole, I suppose. Let's start it on up again. 6. Alright, so we can use either Rides, Jarrell, or even Robert on the mountain. These guys are chill over here. Tools don't count. Night of Despair is fun to work. Dead Butterflies is not gonna break out, which is good, because if he breaks out, Little Red will, because she's on a 1 counter again. What else do we have? Another tool. First phase of the tree. Alright. Do a little bit of practice on the repression stats. Easy peasy. Oh yeah, I gotta do the mountain. Can't forget this guy. Drow should be fine. Can increase his max HP a little bit. So that leaves Robert to keep training. Or, well, keep grinding, I guess. Yeah. Get some good stats in there. We can end the day, so I don't want to be too greedy. I know it's my gamble. It always gets me. But I think, you know, it's pretty safe to keep going. And when it's safe, you should, you know, you don't want to call it in too early, right? Like, you're missing out on potential if you quit too early. So you just gamble until everyone's dead. Should I do another meltdown? I think we can do another. I would have stopped if this was a noon ordeal. If I had like the purple ordeal or the green ordeal, I definitely wouldn't be doing another meltdown. But because they were kind of nice to us, it's not going to free the mountain. We're just going to have to maybe work the slime. And, you know, on the last cycle, that's should be okay. And heck, we're halfway to the censored arm. And 5 points away from, so I don't, this basically, what this means is we'll have the Aleph armor ready to go. The Aleph set's ready to go. I don't need to keep grinding this anymore once this is done. Also, if he ever gets a bad, I guess. I don't think it breaks out. It just drops the counter by 1 if you get a bad, right? Yeah. So you can get 1 bad result without losing. But you can't panic. And 17 was our minimum, so we're definitely pushing it a little bit when we're going at minus 18 for sure. Or minus 12 was pushing it, I guess. Alright, but on the plus side, cool new weapon. Right? Cool new weapons. A little bit more practice. Yeah, I'm gonna do 1 more meltdown and that'll be the last meltdown. We're not gonna push it forever, but because the game was generous enough not to give us a deadly ordeal, I feel like we might as well try to get some of the upper levels, a couple more stat upgrades. We're pretty low on employees and lobotomy points. So the more level ups we can get, the better position we'll be in for the long term. And as much as, you know, we're gambling with lives, it's still important to think long-term plan. You'll never finish the game without a long-term plan. Okay, so Melting Love did melt down. Haha. That definitely signals the end, but I don't think we would survive a Purple Noon very easily anyway, because it's going to release some stuff, and I don't want to deal with that. But we can handle the breakdown. That part's fine. Actually, we can't. Never mind. I guess that's the end. Well... Is there anyone with less fortitude? If someone has... What is it? 3 fortitude and at least 3 justice. Yeah, I don't think I have anyone with 3 fortitude, though. Because, remember, I was being so smart. All my resurrections have, I upgraded them to 4. So I don't have anyone with 3 fortitude, so I can't safely work this at all. It's just, there's no way. Yeah, alright. You win game. You got me. I didn't want to risk Little Red getting out and doing all that thing again. So we end a little bit earlier than I would have liked, but fine. We still did really well. You know, we did a lot of research. We got another set of Aleph equipment. 18 lobotomy points is definitely not bad. That's at least one more decent leveled person. Maybe I should consider recruiting someone and leaving their fortitude at 3 just so we can get around the dead butterflies. Maybe. At least temporarily. Once we get Tipperith's core suppression, then the butterflies won't melt down, and then we don't have to worry about that. But maybe temporarily something that can work it. Just so I have less breakouts for Little Red, because she's such a pain. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, a quick look at the stats. Drow's looking healthy. Pixels, a little bit saner. Thorinum's getting pretty near max. David, not much. We didn't really end up spending too much time training, to be honest. But there are some stats to be gained, so that's good. Actually, Hades got quite a lot of move speed. That's nice. So I managed to get a couple of the low justice people some actual stats there, so that's still a success as well. You know, 57 to 69 is nothing to joke about. That's good. And I did kind of want to focus on some of these lobies anyway, so good, good, good. Okay. Enough messing around, Blue. Not the perfect day, but good enough, right? After 2 failures, just take what you can get. Okay, this is going to be a tool. So this is an easy pick in that sense that no matter what we pick, it's not going to be an Aleph that kills us. This thing is not fine. This would be a waste of a slot. Prayer thing is kind of annoying. I think we can handle the melody. None of these are going to be useful. I think we've got 3 tools that are basically hindrances rather than helpers. But that said, this is probably the least damaging. This one's not so hard either, to be honest. So if I remember correctly, this is a damage the person that uses the tool, but heal the people in the department. It's hard to make it timing-wise to help. And there's a couple ways to kill the person that's using the tool. This thing kills anyone. And this thing, I don't even know if it has any benefit at all. It's just a pain in the neck. Whichever one we pick, we'll be mostly ignoring once we finish the research, so... this one might have some peripheral benefit. It's pretty hard to get a lot of value out of it, but it might help a little bit. I mean, it's just... I don't like the timing on these things. Whenever there's a... You can use it, but if you stop using it at the wrong time, you're dead. Kind of like... what am I thinking about? The notes of the crazed researcher. It has some value, but if you mess it up, you're dead. It makes me not a huge fan, because it's just easy to forget. And I think this kind of has that mechanic, but like I said, it probably has some value, so we'll give it a try. A small value. A little bit of story before we end. Being able to participate in an experiment with my favorite junior. Now I'm unstoppable. Don't be so humble. You could have went to any wing if you wanted in the first place. But you chose this one. Is it because of your trust in me? Clearly Angela's color? Just wait. I'll make sure you don't regret your decision. Look at this. Everyone's subconsciousness leads to death. I mean, everyone dies, I guess? Everyone is forcibly locking away their own light and possibilities. And this is the treatment I've told you about. The treatment for the soul. Trust me, we've made a worthy first step. This isn't the real Angela, though. There's no way. No way. People will gather around soon. I sincerely welcome you to this place. Well, that was easy. That only took you, like, 4 different tries. But sometimes your decisions are too soft. Next time... Oh, good. A new one. Cheese. Hi, Cheese. Welfare Cheese. Let's see. What do we go with Cheese? Kind of has like a fancy like surcoat and a vest, and he's got to be the posh guy, right? Jabura, the suppression plan you sent me. Isn't it a little large? Alright, move on. You said your words. There's a similar incident before. I'm head of the welfare team, so I should make a note of this. Yeah, I get it. Why don't you go return to your department with your coffee? And part of my department's ego seemed to be malfunctioning. You had nothing to do with it, right? The previous suppression was far too fast. I'll give you some compensation. Just get out of here or I'm gonna shoot you. Alright, I'll be on my way. Why is my luck so bad? The companions I have are either berserk warmongers or crazy twins. It's been some time since I've come down to the middle levels. Long time no see, cheese. Are you here to see Gibira? Say something wrong and you'll end up with a hole in your head. Be careful, young one. Is that true, Gibira? Get out of here, cheese. Todd, why are you here? It's about the suggestions about the abnormality escape training. It needs a little adjustment. Continue. Well, if we do a direct assault like you suggest, the section will suffer heavy casualties. If we change the training plan a little bit more defensively, the rate would be much lower. What do you think? But, no. Huh? Isn't it? You're being too nice to the abnormalities. I'm sorry, what do you mean? Forget it. You're the training team. Your opinion is final. Yeah. But, by going by my plans, just do it. Alright, see you later. Todd! What? Forgot your report. Okay. I could have lost it. I thought you were going to shoot me in the head, like Cheese said. Thanks. Todd is weak. If I was the head of the training team, I would never act like that. Alright. Suppress the wall 5 times. I'm so glad we have Little Red Riding Hood to make these relatively simple quests way more painful. What do we have that's a good Wah suppression? Obviously Little Red will escape, and she is Wah, so she'll count. I guess the big bad wolf and Little Red can 5 times. Getting the Knight of Despair out will be a little bit too much work, probably. That's all we got. 3 Wahs, right? Well, we'll have to figure that one out eventually. What's on your mind? Isn't the air sweeter than before? Oh yeah, we have the Bird of Judgment. We could try him. We might be able to suppress him a little bit easier than the wolf. I don't know. He's not as fast. Having slower abnormalities is probably better because you can micro around them a little bit. The super speedy ones are kind of a pain. They just run off and kill all your janitors, right? May I have a cup of coffee, manager? Espresso, please. Much better. I can't start my day without a cup of coffee in the morning. Please give me the richest blend of Jamaican, Cuban, I don't even know who makes good coffee beans, but whoever it is, please send them this my way. You're not offended with the way I talk, are you? I'm Cheese, head of the welfare team. Cheese to meet you. The welfare team is remarkable. I'm proud to say that my team is the highest satisfaction level in the corporation. It's a level that I made up myself. Angela told me to cooperate with you. For now. Well, I can go along with anyone, of course, but playing games with a manager is difficult even for me. But it is Angela's orders, of course, and I have no choice. I have to go. Coffee is getting cold. Mr. Cheese, sir, I've got something to tell you. Go on. Sir, I didn't polish the ego enough. My ego is not sharp. Some of them are malfunctioning. I think I have to do some extra diagnostics. Sorry, sir. Oh, that's okay. You've got much work to do besides the ego management. Oh, Mr. Cheese. I will check myself. It's good enough that you found out. There are so many things to do. You can't afford to keep paying attention to every little detail like that. Like a certain manager. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Have a good day. That one immediately gets thrown into the blender, right? My reaction was quite different from what you see around here, wasn't it? Right, Angela wouldn't have dealt with it like that. But the employees will be replaced soon, of course. So what's the meaning of investing effort into them? Might as well just leave them alone. Nah, shucks. My coffee is entirely cold now. Well, cold coffee isn't worth it. Better put it down the drain, like that employee that failed to shine up the ego gifts. Detail! Quest! Finish a day with a time limit. Uh-oh. No 39-minute episodes now. The welfare team is always busy! Tut-tut! That can be challenging. So we have a tool... We have a quest for both departments. Let's go put the timer over here, because it'll be kind of out of the... Or the timer. Let's go put the tool kind of over here, because it's out of the way. We'll probably expand the progression team next, because we keep getting quests for both sides. But honestly, the welfare quests are probably more important right now. We needed... You'll see in a second. We needed the first quest from Discipline, but... the other two upgrades won't be super, super important. Well, I say that. I don't know. We want them all. So, this is pretty good, I'll give you that. But this is what I'm really in dire need of. This will simplify a lot of our mountain escapes. So we gotta get that. In case you're wondering, this thing slows down abnormalities. That'd be pretty awesome against Red Riding Hood escaping. So, yeah. We need to do quest number 2 as well, because that's good. And the rabbit team is also kind of interesting, although we probably won't use it very often. These two, I would say, mandatory, very helpful, very situational. And therefore, 1 and 2 are higher priority, so we'll get those. The bonuses from the welfare team as we, get the research going, they're awesome. Like, we definitely want all 3 upgrades from him right away. So maybe we'll try to expand these now after we've got those 3. We'll see. Depends on whether or not we can do this on our next quest. Anyway, future tubers, we made it! Day 28 at long last, succeeded. Thanks for watching, I hope you've enjoyed. Next time, just a tool, no big deal. We'll probably do a suppression next time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.